Rock Daniels here, the Bluegrass Realtor, sipping my bulletproof coffee out of a mason jar. I want to talk to you today about the Bank of International Settlements. Now, you probably never heard of it, but this is a powerful, influential financial institution that is owned by 63 central banks around the world. This includes the Federal Reserve, the European Central Bank, the Russian Central Bank, and the People's Bank of China. Now, collectively, these central banks, they control 95% of the world's GDP. Now, making this BIS the central bank of the world's central banks. Now, as such, the BIS, when they speak, everybody listens. So recently, the BIS put out a report that exposed over $85 trillion of hidden debt that is going unreported by banks and financial institutions around the globe. Now, this is almost 4 times the size of the American economy and only 50% away from eclipsing the entire world's economy. Now, the report indicates that foreign exchange swap positions point to over $80 trillion of hidden US dollar debt reported off balance sheets. Now, when taking into account all the hidden debt denoted in other currencies such as the euro or the yen, there's almost $100 trillion worth of hidden debt. Now, this hidden debt is collateralized by other currency a company has swapped to itself, within itself. Now, this is not recorded on the company's balance sheets in any way and is completely missing in standard debt statistics. Now, this makes it very difficult to find out how much debt a specific company has, let alone an entire country. Now, foreign exchange swaps are agreements where a party borrows one currency and then lends out in the other currency at the same time. Now, then exchanges in those amounts back when the loan will expire. So this allows 2 separate parties to swap currencies around, and the loans are returned to the party that started off with dollars, ends up with dollars in the end. And the party that started off with, like, say, euros, ends up with euros again, or the party that starts with yen ends with yen in the end. Now, the current exchange rate for today is used, and the exchange rate is preset when the loans are returned. Now, this makes the system a great system because there's no foreign exchange risk from the currency changing values. However, the most important thing about these swaps is that they are not recorded on the company's balance sheets. All right, businesses or banks don't have to declare them to their investors. And it's really difficult to find out exactly how much of this debt a specific company has, let alone, like I said before, an entire country. How much debt do we have out there? Now, the problem with these swaps is that these debts are absolutely not risk-free. Now, in 2002, it was an incredibly risky year for almost every investor out there, with almost everyone losing money. Stocks were going down, bonds were down as well, gold was kind of stagnant, and the crypto, boom, fell off the cliff. So, however, even in the worst times, someone is always making money. All right, so Morgan Stanley, it's one of the biggest banks in the world, has identified the one asset in your portfolio that could help you beat the losers that everyone else is stuck with. All right, CNBC, in one of their reports, they noticed the global rich making the same moves to hedge against market volatility. All right, but like the most elite investment products, only institutions and the ultra wealthy have been able to participate. Now, one group from New York, in New York City, has unleashed this asset class to the everyday investor. Now, Masterworks has sold 11 pieces of art for an average net return of 25% to their investors throughout this crazy market. And we've seen this since the COVID crash, that the supply chain crisis and all these insane inflations that we're seeing. All right, so they buy up expensive art pieces and then break them up into smaller, affordable shares through the SEC. Now, this isn't crypto or an NFT at all. This is actual fine art from guys like, say, Picasso or Rembrandt or whatnot. They've performed so well that there's a wait list to join this platform right now. All right, back to the BIS. All right, so this BIS report shows hidden debt, shines a light on the significant problem that we're seeing in the financial world. The fact that this debt is not recorded on company balance sheets and is missing from the standard debt statistics makes it difficult to see the true problem. My name's Rock